Alright, what's up everybody? James here, and I have an update for you on the Charger. It's been a couple of days, actually closer to a week, because I wanted to make sure that what was done actually takes effect. And so far so good. So the fix of the whole issue is it was a big software update. As a matter of fact, it was kind of funny. Well, it really wasn't funny. The whole thing started as a debacle. I get there at my appointment time, and they tell me they can't find me in the system, no appointment. So about 10 or 15 minutes of me going back and forth with them about having an appointment, and them saying they can't find it. They asked this person, called that person, nothing, which means that all these people who had appointments, that puts me way behind them. They're saying they had to keep the car for a day. Obviously not acceptable, but luckily I got a guy who very sympathetic to the situation. You know, didn't give me the whole "this is the policy, this is the way it is" run around, and he just took care of me. He got me a rush deal, and they got me in and out. So as I'm standing there, this gray Challenger pulls in right behind me, and he's listening to us talk, and he said, "Oh, same thing." And I don't know what year his car was. Obviously it was a new one, 16, 17, 18, I don't know, but same exact thing. So his service guy came and talked to my service guy, and it kind of became a little bit of a laughing matter. And to be honest with you, I was laughing myself, because you can't do anything in that situation but laugh. You know, it was kind of funny. It's a shitty situation. What are you gonna do? So they take my car, and I wanted to speak to the service manager. Wanted to compliment how my service advisor handled me in my situation, because he could have very well just said, "Listen, somebody made a mistake, are bad, but you know, we're going to have to keep the car or make another appointment." But he just took care of me. But also to see, you know, because of the situation, because of the shitty situation, you know, will the service manager kind of expedite me? So I spoke to the service manager, and then he did expedite me. It turns out that as that was all going down, the service manager said a bulletin just came out about the GPS systems. I think he said GPS, but I'm pretty sure he just meant the infotainment system. Big software update. It's going to fix a lot of bugs and issues that people are experiencing, obviously. So the timing was just right. I got there, they were able to fit me in. Something just came out that morning of a fix, so they downloaded some really big software update. Now, I've got to say, my arm's getting tired, and I apologize for the shakiness. We just got my windshield tinted, so I can't put my suction cup mount back on the windshield just yet, so we're just going to have to improvise. So, big update. I've not noticed any differences. It looks the same, everything functions the same. It's not any faster, it's not any slower. So whatever other things that they were fixing, or whatever other updates, it really doesn't seem to affect it too much, whether negative or positive. And since the software update, I've not had any crashes or freezing yet. And if I do, you can sure as hell bet I'm going to make a YouTube video about it. So the car seems to be fine. Now, as for the emails, I don't know if you checked out my Instagram. You can check us out at 2Sticks LLC, the number 2 STX LLC on Instagram and Twitter. I actually posted a screenshot of the 2 separate emails I received, where it said immediate action needed, engine transmission needing checked for service, but it didn't give any details, which is a very scary thing for me. Those were actually, so they're telling me right now, were actually a cause of the infotainment system crashing. So it crashed a couple of times, and it threw some red flag in the system because the SOS is tied to it. So I guess what essentially happened, the way it was described to me, is the system was afraid that the SOS wasn't working, and as a fail-safe, it wants you to go into service anyway for possible issues. In this case, I guess it shows engine/transmission, because I didn't know if there was an issue or not going on, and SOS wasn't available to me because of the software issue or the crashing that I was experiencing. So that was all kind of tied into each other, and I guess it makes sense. I didn't really argue with the guy. I've not received any errors since. So again, everything is still tentative in my mind. you know, until I guess a couple more weeks go by, or God forbid, another crash or freeze or another email from my car. So, and that was from Uconnect. So everything seems to be straight. I'll tell you guys, if you own a Charger or a Challenger, I would say model year 15 or up, you're definitely going to want to get it to your dealer immediately, whether or not you're experiencing any type of issue, because there's obviously a software update. So it's worth just going in and getting done. And of course, if you are experiencing some of the symptoms that I was experiencing, there is a fix. So now I'm led to believe, just because of how many people didn't know until the service manager brought it up, that you may run into a dealership or a service guy who doesn't know the software update exists. I want to say it's 6.11, but all I remember, it was 0.08 and got software updated to 0.11. It exists out there, so make sure you take your vehicle in and just as a precautionary, go ahead and just get that software update done. So that's all I've got for you right now. I just spoke to my brother. I'm going to get his Porsche Cayenne Turbo S this week, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. So just stay tuned to my channel. There's gonna be a lot of great cars to come, and I think in a couple 10 days here, you've got Call of Duty World War II coming out, and might be part of another giveaway. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle this one yet. So the only thing you can do is stay tuned. Make sure to check us out at Instagram and Twitter, 2SticksLLC, and there's a lot more updates. You know, I'm constantly on Instagram, so if you're really interested in following some of the unique car pictures, some of the things that I'm doing, Instagram's the best way to stay in touch with me. I'm on there all day, every day. Especially with some of the exotics. I've got a couple buddies who have some exotic cars that I don't have the luxury of driving, at least not yet. So if you guys are watching, gotta get me behind the wheel of those cars, guys. But at the very least, I'm taking pictures and posting updates on Instagram. All right, so that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys soon. As always, thank you for following, and until next time.